Scam buyers and managed payments. What the heck can you do when someone opens a case on managed payments and eBay? Hey, it's Don. Today we're going to look at some scam buyers, some scams that we've had to deal with managed payments. And we're going to show you what to do to be able to keep your money, to stop those scammers from being able to win the case against you. We're going to look at some cases that I've had right now and ones that just closed in my behalf. So here we are in my hub, and we're looking at my requests and disputes, and I'm looking at my closed requests and disputes from the last 90 days. I've got 4 that show up here. 3 of these are all tied to the very same buyer and the same purchase. They bought multiple items at the very same time. Now this one right here, this person says that they didn't receive it, even though the delivery shows that it was delivered. The delivery tracking clearly shows it was delivered, and to their town, their general area, and the whole works. Now, I've opened this up so you can see how this works here. Now, in the history, it's not going to show you any of the details from the buyer itself. So what you need to do is go up here for the reason and then click See More Details. Now, this person's saying that the tracking shows delivered left with the individual, literally left with them, not that they were left in a mailbox or anything else like that. But the person's saying that he works from home and there was no package, is what he's saying. Regardless of what he's saying, it shows delivered. You do not have to ever do something for the buyer if it shows it was delivered. That is not your fault in any way, shape, or form. That would be either a post office issue delivering it to the wrong address, or someone stole it off their porch. Now, this is a small card. This is something that would have been handed to them probably with small, tiny items. Now, they're saying I refuse to help on this. I told them what to do. I told them once it shows delivered, I have no way to know whether they got it or not, but the post office is claiming they did. So I have to trust the post office. They're also saying that the post office is saying I should help them with the issue, which is obviously not the case. The post office should be able to supply them, which I told this person in an email, with actual direct scanning to show through GPS where it was actually delivered. So they didn't want to go that route. They didn't want to push it. They expected me to just give them the money back. Again, I did not do that. I did not fall for that. I don't really care once it says it's delivered, because again, I did everything in my power to get it to them. If that tracking though showed it wasn't delivered, I would 100% refund them the money in those cases, including their actual shipping costs. So they would be out nothing. But in this case, again, it is on my behalf, my side, that shows they got it technically. I don't know if they're trying to pull a fast one. I don't know if the post office delivered it somewhere else. I do know, as I said, though, if you contact the post office, they have far more tracking information that shows up on their side than we can see. It will also tie it to GPS. Again, these sorts of cases, if it shows that it was delivered, you have nothing whatsoever to worry about. Do not refund someone if tracking shows it was delivered, no matter what. Basically, what they did is they opened a case through managed payments saying that the payment was unjust because they didn't get their money. So this is more than just, hey, I didn't get the item. They are claiming that it didn't arrive and that it's a payment dispute. Now, it took through the 18th for eBay to decide, yeah, hey, we're just going to close this. It shows delivered. I know in the past they usually close it immediately. It's a little bit longer. The money is held when they do that too, so keep that in mind. Now, on these other 2 ones here, I can't say that one I just showed you is a scammer or not. But this next one here, I can pretty much assure you is a scammer. So let's look at the very first one here, which is this one here from January 10th. So let's look at this first step they opened up here. Now, what they opened up, the buyer didn't receive the item. Buyer requested the item. I have not received my trade cards. So again, there's tracking showing on this item, which I told them prior to opening up a case. I told them to please be patient. It actually had tracking the day before, still in transit the day before they opened up this case. They weren't willing to wait, even though it clearly showed it was still moving, not stopped. It wasn't lost. It has to be 10 plus days. On day 11, you can open up a case stating that the item was lost in mail. It has to be 10 full days. So again, that hadn't happened at this point. I've stated that, the whole details on here. the whole works on what was going on here. Now, I would always recommend hitting these the day they hit your account, immediately. Take care of them right away, which is exactly what I did. So once I respond, I've got a couple more days before they can close it or do anything at this point, because tracking still showed it was moving. Now, on the 9th, it shows that it was out for delivery that day. Just a few days later, as I said, if they would have just given this a few more moments. Again, my opinion is that they wanted to get the money back right away. They knew they could take advantage of the system at this point. Had this not showed up on January 10th, they could have indeed got a refund the very next day because of the length of time it is that I have to respond to cases. So again, if the item doesn't show up after so many days, they can request to get their money back, even if it's still in transit. I can ask and be nice and say, hey, can you hold on and not close the case? They don't have to do that. Well, as soon as the item shows up and they get it just moments after that, they're already complaining about the condition of the item instantly and saying there's worn spots not captured in my photograph. Now, there was multiple images. I'm going to show you that in just a minute here because this ended up being returned on top of that. As I state here that there were 3 high-resolution images. It was 600 dpi. It wasn't just one image like they're trying to insinuate on this one here. Now, we don't mind at all someone sending something back. I have a 30-day free return, so no big deal whatsoever. I refund them for the whole thing if they send it back and there was an issue. Obviously, this was detailed to every little aspect that you could imagine when this was going on. From this point as well, they would not contact me through normal means. They would only make comments as you see right here, and that was it. If I sent them an email, they totally ignored it as well. So again, this kind of seems to me as a process for them to try and scam me. So they actually opened up a return on that item. This is the return right here. This is the actual item that has been returned, and every single millimeter of the card is clearly shown as to where it's cut off in my image. So again, there was no misleading factor whatsoever. I refunded their money as you should when something like that happens. So right after I refund them for the baseball one, they opened another case on the actual musicians lot. It doesn't show up on eBay. I have no idea why the return does not show up for the musicians ones, but I assure you that's what happened because again, here is the lot. I have it active right now. It was returned. So again, I've been very clear. The listings showed very clearly what was there, down to the millimeter with a 600 plus DPI image. So there was no way in misconception what was on or wrong with the issue. I stated as well what was wrong with the cards in the description itself. So now a few months goes by. I've now refunded them for 2 different lots that they actually tried to get refunded prior to them being delivered to them. So from my point of view, this is a very suspicious deal just by the way they handle it, by the lack of communication, even after I stated what was going on, still opening cases, not saying there was a problem with the item at first. Once they realized I was going to refund them for the baseball cards, then they opened up another case to refund these. So again, we have multiple issues from the same person. Obviously, at this point, I've completely blocked them so they can't purchase anything else from me, nor can they contact me ever in the future as well, which is another option that I always do. Now, as I said, a few months later, what they do is they open up more payment disputes on those same very 2 items. They're stating that they do not recognize those items. So that is the case they're saying here. So here's their case saying the buyer did not recognize the transaction. They actually did that for both this musician set as well as the baseball card set. Now, mind you, they opened up returns already. The money was refunded to them on the initial returns. Now they're trying to say through managed payments that they don't recognize it on top of that. So as you can see, even if they've returned the item, they can still try and get the money back again, a second time, through the actual managed payments. So not only did I refund them for those items, but they again tried to get the money back a second time. So just be leery of that. Be very cautious. Knowing how the returns work on managed payment is a key. So just because it showed a charge at one time doesn't mean that it wasn't refunded on a different transaction. The refunds on stuff like that, if it's, say, a grouped purchase, a whole bunch of items from the same person, could show up separately. It will not necessarily go back to the original purchase. So just because it shows they paid doesn't mean that later on, months later or a month later or whatever the case may be, that they weren't given a refund. You need to know that. You need to know it. You need to go back in and look at all of the aspects of the item that you sold, especially with cases like here, what we're showing you. So in these cases, again, what you need to do is supply the tracking number to show that it was delivered. Again, I have no idea why eBay doesn't automatically pull the tracking there. It's already tied to it. So I provided additional material. So then eBay from there will send a dispute to them stating that the item was delivered or whatever the case may be for these items. Now in this case, I followed all of the rules and I got all of my money back. I do not have to refund them a dime. I do not have to worry about this again. They cannot open another case through their charge card company or whichever payment means that they used. Now, to keep yourself safe in eBay, there are a few things you always must do. As soon as you mail something, if you don't mail it through eBay, make sure you add the tracking immediately. Always 100% add tracking to every single listing that you have. If you ship through eBay, it is automatically added. One of the requirements for you to win a case is to have tracking up prior to a person opening up the case. So if you don't add tracking in prior to the case being opened up, you could be liable to refund them a second time on a return like this. So always be careful. Always make sure you've had tracking added from the minute it is shipped. Always add that. If you have to go to the post office or whatever the case may be, take the slip and add that tracking in immediately. Another thing to think about too, if you have to refund them or anything like that, make sure that the buyer opens up a return. If they open up a return, it is all tracked clearly. If you just say give them some money back, first you will lose the fees, the final value fees and things like that from it. Plus, it may not do you well if that person later on opens up a dispute saying they don't recognize those charges. So again, do the returns properly. Make sure that a return case is opened. If the person sends you back something without opening a return, which has happened, I tell them that the rules on eBay and my rules state that a return has to be opened so that I can account legally wise for the taxes and income on that, which is required by the federal government. That's what I state if they do not want to open up a return. With my 30-day free return options that I use in my store, the minute they open up a return as well, they cannot leave feedback for me. So that's another reason to keep with the rules here. It's also another reason why you should do 30-day free returns on your items. I very rarely have them, but either way, even if you don't offer them, you are still open to these sorts of things. Not only are you open for them, even if you do end up having one of these cases and have to refund them not once but even twice, they can also leave you negative feedback if you don't have the 30-day free returns option. Just an FYI. These are the key aspects of trying to protect yourself with these. If tracking is always tied and it shows that it was delivered, you are pretty much free and clear across the board in those sorts of cases. Well, there we have it. Hopefully that gave you some ideas, some thoughts. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button down below. You can also hit the bell icon to be notified if I post new content or go live. Subscribe and tell all your friends.